Welcome to Sean Can't Cook, but John Can. Sean and I have been actors for many years, but I assure you, this is no act. He really can't cook. I'm going to teach Sean and you at home how to feel more comfortable in the kitchen, preparing tasty recipes that even the most novice of cooks can create. I will show you step by step how to construct each dish so that when your friends come over, they'll ask, "How'd you learn how to make that?" If you already know how to cook, I hope you'll find a few recipes to add to your repertoire. Let's see what's on today's menu. Hello, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of Sean Can't Cook, but John Can.
I really can't.
He can't, and it's getting a little old, but speaking of old, actually, this recipe is old. This is my great-grandmother's recipe.
How old is it?
It's so old, it's, long before I was born. It could have come from before her, I don't know, but at least it goes back to my great-grandmother. So let's get started with the Sean Cam and show you the ingredients that you'll need to make these delicious orange cookies. Before we show you all of the ingredients to go into these delicious cookies, we're going to show you a couple of unique items that need to be prepared. The first thing we're going to do is make some sour milk. Now sour milk is not rotten milk. It's kind of like buttermilk. It's an old-fashioned thing they used to use, so we're going to make some. A tablespoon of lemon juice into your measuring cup first. Your turn.
Oh, so exciting.
Then you add milk, enough milk to make a half of a cup. So we add this. Whoops. It's a little over, that's okay. Take a spoon. Give it a little stir, and we're going to wait about 5 minutes. You'll see some lumps in the milk. Don't worry, that's what it's supposed to look like. Microplane, very sharp, going one way. This way it's fine. Going down, it's very sharp.
Okay.
So be careful. You want to just get the orange off, not the pith. The white part below.
And you mean bitter. Like the orange of the orange?
The orange of the orange.
Okay.
There you go. That's the key of the day. Not the pith below it. It's bitter, so you just want the orange color.
Okay.
And it doesn't take a lot. See?
Yeah.
It's already coming
Wow.
off. So you just want to go around and try and get off as much as you can on the orange.
Smells good.
Yeah, I know. It really has a nice fragrance. So, and underneath you'll see there's a bunch there.
Do you want that?
Yes,
Oh,
you can.
That's the good stuff.
Bang
Right.
it out. You can use the back of a spoon to scrape some of it out. You'll get most of it out, and that's okay.
So that's about all you need?
Yep, that's
Okay.
perfect. So while he's doing that, the recipe actually calls for half of the juice of an orange and half of the rind. I like more rind in mine, it gives it more punch. So I'm using the rind of a whole orange, but the juice of a half of an orange. And that all goes into the cookies, and also the same amount goes into the icing, but we'll get to that later. This is a juicer. Are you gonna watch this just real quick? It just goes in the middle, and you just sort of turn and squeeze. It's very simple. So you want to get all of that into that.
What if the pulp comes in?
The pulp is great.
Okay.
Now, this was not in Grandma's recipe, great-grandma's recipe. This actually could have gone back even further, I don't know. But I like to put in 1/4 teaspoon of orange extract. Now, if you can't find it or you decide you don't want to use it, that's totally fine.
Well, they are orange cookies.
They are, but this is a little bitter, but there's going to be enough sugar because, I like sweets. I like to put a little bit in, 1/4 teaspoon in the cookie dough and 1/4 teaspoon in the glaze. I keep calling it icing, but it's glaze that's going to go on top of these cookies. So you can mix that around, and that's all you're going to need. Let's see how the milk is doing. No, it's not quite ready, but we'll show you that before we...
Oh, so it's changing.
Yeah, actually it is a little bit changing.
Oh, I had no idea. I didn't know what was supposed to happen.
It gets a little lumpy.
All right.
It's a little strange looking. The ingredients that you will need for the cookies are 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1/2 cup of vegetable shortening, 1 large egg, 1/2 cup of soured milk that we just showed you how to make. You can see it's already changing consistency a little bit. The juice of 1/2 orange and the zest of 1 full orange. 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. The equipment that you will need is 1 large bowl for mixing and a spoon. And for baking, you will need a cookie sheet and cooling racks. For the glaze, the equipment that you will need is 1 small bowl and a spoon for mixing, the juice of 1/2 orange and the zest of 1 orange. This is an additional to what we use for the cookies. You can also add 1/4 teaspoon of orange extract if you would like to both. 1/2 tablespoon of softened butter and 1/2 cup of sifted powdered sugar. We might need a little bit more, but we'll decide that as we mix it. And that's all. Let's get baking. Welcome back. Now that you know what goes into these old-fashioned cookies, let's get started. So we're going to put the sugar in to the big bowl.
All right.
And I put a little spatula here. Nope, we don't really need that.
That just came plopping out.
Dumps right in. This is vegetable shortening. You know, I'm really big on butter, as you know.
Yes.
I don't use margarine.
That actually didn't
anything.
do that at all.
But I do love. Oh boy.
That's right.
That's cooking.
That's cooking.
My dog might come out and start licking that, so I may have to go get that, but we'll see. So we're going to cream the sugar and the shortening together. So
Okay.
it's just a matter of smashing and blending. If you have a mixer, you could do that with that. It probably would go.
These are two things that do
faster.
not want to be together.
No, they do not. This is the creaming method.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to you're just breaking it up, you're smashing it against the sugar.
This spoon
and
is
you just
like...
keep doing this until they get blended. In fact, you know what? This is going to take a few minutes, so we're going to pause. We'll come right back and show you what it looks like. Welcome back. This is what sugar and vegetable shortening look like together when they're creamed properly. They're combined. So now we're going to add in some wet ingredients. We're going to put the egg in.
Okay. Do I need to break it up? Or is it okay?
No, it's good.
All right.
It'll break up once it's in
Because
there.
you know how I feel about eggs.
No, in case you haven't seen, which I'm sure you have, he doesn't like to crack eggs, so I do that for him. We can put in this soured milk.
Such a lovely description.
Yes, I know.
Sour milk.
I know.
Or sour.
See along the sides, it gets a little interesting. That's flavor, folks. Flavor. And the juice and rind
Okay.
all go in together. I'll take that from you.
Thank you. What's next?
Mix.
Oh, jeez.
We're going to combine.
I was like ready to be like, I'm done.
No. Does that look like a cookie you want to eat? No.
No, it does not.
So you want to combine this until the sugar is incorporated, it's not lumpy. Just keep stirring, smashing a little bit. Again, if you have a mixer, you can do that. I didn't want the noise of the mixer. Plus, this is how Grandma did it. So, and great Grandma did it. You keep throwing at 1850. I couldn't tell you what year my great grandmother was born, but I guess I could look it up and find out. So just keep stirring. Yeah, that's good. That's
Right.
good. It doesn't look like much yet, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't look like anything yet.
So what does the soured milk do to this?
It's more for flavoring.
Oh, okay.
Probably nowadays you would just use a buttermilk, which I guess you could use. I've never done it, so if you try it and it doesn't work, I don't want to hear about it. I don't. No letters, no emails.
I don't want to hear about it.
No letters, no emails.
Let's watch my show, but I really don't want to hear about
Please.
that.
So that's good. Now we're going to add the flour and
So it could be a
salt.
little
Yeah, that's fine.
okay.
That's fine. The salt, baking soda, baking powder, and flour.
Okay.
Dump that in. 1 1/2 cup. 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 1 that out of the way. And now we're just going to stir this all together.
More stirring.
More stirring. But this is pretty easy, don't you think? Wouldn't you say? I mean, you're making well, first of all, let's ask the important question. Have you ever made cookies from scratch before?
No.
No.
I'm making a big mess.
Well, it's okay. Remember the carrot incidents of the quick bread
well.
Incident of the quick bread. I can't speak today. So, what are you doing? Just watch me, everybody. So you see, it's starting to come together. It's starting to make a cookie dough.
You asked me a question I didn't answer.
What was the question? Have you ever made cookies from scratch before?
No, I have not.
You have not. I think you answered that before.
Oh, did I?
Now
I
we've
don't
answered
remember.
twice or once.
That's okay.
We'll find out when we play this back. So you just keep stirring. It's starting to get a little thicker. Now you don't want to overwork this. You don't want to develop gluten in a cookie. Bread, perfect to have gluten.
No.
But no tough cookies.
No tough cookies. No one likes a gluten-filled cookie.
So
what about the flour that I can't seem to keep control of?
you got to just scrape it down until it blends in.
All right.
Scrape the bottom. Make sure it's all blended. Someone's a little frustrated today. We had a rough week, so
Don't air it all.
they don't know the half of it. Let me get this out of the way. And we'll
Like I'm being serious. Like I think I need a little help.
What's going on? Okay. No, you're doing it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just keep stirring. Just scraping the flour down.
I feel like this doesn't have any. This spoon is just like walking around the snow in a boot.
Let me get some of this flour out.
Could you please clean up this mess?
Now we know what it's really like here in this house.
Jeez.
Okay. The only reason I did that is because we're going to get the baking sheets out now.
Does that look better? I'm very concerned about this.
Yeah, what are you concerned about?
I don't know. I want it all.
Oh, it does. I see some flour at the bottom.
See?
So keep stirring.
I knew.
He's new. He knew. There we go. These spoons are going to make a lot of noise again.
That seems better.
Yeah, I would give it a couple more stirs.
Okay. Wow, this is a lot tougher. No wonder Grandma had.
Yeah, she was tough. I never met the woman.
She had great arms.
I knew my grandmother, not my great grandmother. So that looks good.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we can get rid of these spoons.
I don't like these spoons.
I'm sorry.
What about the little dough that's on there?
It's fine. I'm going to scrape it off.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
The dough.
The dough. So we have our cookie dough ready to go. Oh, I made a little rhyme there.
Ah!
2 spoons, the easiest method.
2 spoons.
Drop cookies, because you're literally going to drop them on, not literally from a height.
Is that why they're called drop cookies?
Yeah, because you're dropping them onto.
I knew that.
Now you want to keep them spread apart, so we're going to do 3 by 4.
Should I be turned?
Yeah, whatever's more comfortable for you.
Well, I don't know.
So you want to take about this much. So I don't know what this is. Maybe a tablespoon and a half. You don't need to measure them.
Like
just
that?
You can do a little bit more. Well, again, folks, as you've learned from watching us, my portions will be bigger than yours.
Like that?
That's good.
And what do I do? Just
do that.
And we're doing 3 across?
Yep. These don't have to be perfectly round.
Do they have to be together? Like
yes, yes. Unless you want to make 50 cookies on a
Maybe
tray
I do.
Then go for it. So you just want to pick, scoop, drop, scoop, pick, drop, whatever order I'm saying this in.
That seems kind of big.
That's a John cookie, not a Sean cookie. Oh boy. We're having fun. Oops.
No.
We're making noise, we're having fun, I'm throwing things on the floor. The dog did not come out and lick the shortening, by the way.
He may find the shortening residue.
But we picked up the spatula. So, but that one's a little bit big.
Do these fix themselves in the oven?
Yeah, and you know, they're not going to be perfectly round. They're a drop cookie. Like a chocolate chip cookie, you know,
So wait, how many are...
12, but that's good. So this is what they should look like. Yours actually look better than mine. I've just really been just like throwing. You can sort of make them a little bit better shape than I did. There, that's good. These are going to bake at 350 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. I checked them to about 8 minutes. What are you laughing at? What's going on over here? You haven't smelled these yet.
I'm trying not to say that every episode.
I know, but that's sort of your thing, I thought.
It is.
Do they
my
smell?
thing.
Can you smell the orange a little bit?
It smells amazing.
It smells good. So 350 degrees, 10 to 14 minutes. Keep checking them. We'll show you what they look like when they come out of the oven. We have cookies. These are Sean's, these are mine, and in a very strange twist of fate, as you can see, Sean's are larger than mine. Mine took about 14 minutes in the oven, his took about 15. This is what they should look like on the bottom. It's probably easier for me just to turn it over. Nice and golden brown. They're done on top. You can even put your finger. They should spring back when touched lightly. And that's it. We're going to let these cool on a wire rack until completely cooled, and then we will put the glaze on top. Welcome back. Once again, doesn't it smell good in here?
It smells great.
Freshly baked cookies. They have cooled. We're going to make a glaze and show you how to do that. I just wanted to mention I did not grease the cookie sheets. If your cookie sheets are not non-stick, you might want to put a thin layer of either vegetable shortening or butter, cooking spray, but these didn't need it. They're done. We have some more in the back cooling. These are just Sean's and mine. Oh yes, I got 24 out of my batch. He got 19, which is a shock. Maybe you're changing and becoming more like me. I don't know.
I think I thought I was making scones.
Scones, yes. They have a little scone texture to them. So let's get started on the glaze.
Okay.
The half a tablespoon of butter that we talked about before. Put in the juice and rind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm dipping down like that,
Right on.
but I am. So, thank you. We're just going to smash the butter up into there. And as you can see, it's very softened butter. It's been out for at least an hour, I think. So we just want to break that up a little bit, get that in there. Once you put the powdered sugar in, it's all going to mix together. There, again, it doesn't have to be perfect.
I want it to be perfect.
Well, it'll be perfect once you add the powdered sugar. Smack that down, get that in there. Just slowly start stirring. This isn't an icing, it won't be super thick, it's a glaze. It will seem runny. We put paper towels underneath. You can put paper towels, foil, a baking sheet, anything underneath the wire rack, so that when the glaze drips down, and it will, it doesn't make a big mess. Or you just let it go on the table and wipe it up afterwards, which is usually what I did. Now sometimes, as is this case, these oranges were rather large, so there's a lot more juice in there. So we're going to add a little bit more powdered sugar because that does not look good. So I'm going to put about half of this in. This is 1/4 of a cup, so this is about 2 more tablespoons.
Do I put all that?
Yeah, I would put it in.
All of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just dump it in. Welcome back to
Part 2
of making the glaze. Where did Sean and John go, you may be wondering? I went to get more powdered sugar. That orange was huge and much juicier than I thought.
I told you I was doing it.
I know. So what I did was add another cup, right? Another cup. I kept adding 1/4 cup increments until it got to a little bit thicker. Now, this isn't an icing. This is a glaze. It's going to drip off. That's what you want. But what we had before was just way too runny.
This is very different.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could spoon it over, or we're just going to
show me the
cookie.
technique.
Yes.
Show me the technique.
We're just going to dip just the top part. You don't want to get the bottom. Just dip it in. It'll run off.
You make it look so
and you flip it
easy.
over. Oh, come on. This is easy.
Is it?
Easy. Yeah. I know you've never done it before, but in case you're wondering, we don't rehearse these ahead of time. We just go for it. I show him how to cook as we go along. That's good. You're not happy with it?
It's fine.
Just push down further.
Yeah,
if that's what I see you missed a little bit of it, and that's okay.
I missed some.
That's fine.
I'm not perfect.
As you can see, it creates a nice sheen. These need to set for a little while until the glaze hardens, and it will harden, which again is why I put more powdered sugar in. So this is the technique. Again, if you want to spoon it over, you can do that. I put something underneath to catch it. Perfect. We could just watch you do all of these. Now, we're going to finish these, and once they're set up, we're going to come back and taste them and eat them. And this is your first time. We've known each other for almost 10 years now, and I've never made these for you, and I don't know why, so I apologize.
That's all right. They look delicious.
Okay. Welcome back. The cookies are glazed, they're cooled. It smells very citrusy in here. Are you ready to try your first great grandma
from the 1850s
orange cookie? Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm digging in. The big ones are yours, so
all right.
One. So we're going to have a little bite. This is my childhood.
Oh wow.
Different than what you thought, right?
It is.
What do you like about it? While you're doing that, I'm going to have a bite.
I like how different it is from like a chocolate chip cookie. Like this is really, it feels like a very different kind of cookie.
It's old-fashioned.
It is old-fashioned from the 1800s. But it doesn't, you know, a lot of cookies, you know, they're all kind of the same. But these really taste like a different cookie than I've ever had before.
They're lighter than a scone. I mean, they kind of look like scones, but they're not. They're very light, soft.
They're, you know, they're kind of close to like a British, like tea cookie.
Right.
That's kind of what it.
Well,
they're really good.
I haven't done the DNA test. Maybe I have some British history in me. I don't know. But
it was very good.
Thank you for watching once again. We will be back next week with another tasty, easy to follow recipe that this guy can make because he made these.
Monster cookie.
Monster cookie. We'll see you next time. I'm going to keep eating.
All right. Where's the milk?
Right there.
Right here. All right. So I wanted to show everybody how awesome they look on the inside. So I'm picking one of my monster cookies. And then you can really see all the like orange and everything in the top, which I thought was really cool. I wanted to show everybody that. Kind of cool. And then let's look at the inside. Get a real up close shot. Oh wow. Look at that. It's really got some substantial cookie going on there. So that's it. I wanted to show you what it looked like on the inside.